Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the place where you don't get scripted dealership pitches, you don't get sugar-coated marketing rehearsals, and you definitely don't get the same overused one-liners that every car rat throws at you. Here, you get the raw, unfiltered truth about cars. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we've got a lineup of reviews that cut through the noise and tell you exactly what these machines are all about. And today, we're diving into one of the most iconic names in automotive history, the 2026 Porsche 911 Targa 4 GTS. This car sits at the crossroads of performance, elegance, and nostalgia, and it's one of those machines that makes you stop whatever you're doing just to admire it. But as always, we're not here to just drool over badges and legacy. We're going to break this car down piece by piece, look at what Porsche nailed, and what they could have done better. Exterior. When you first look at the 2026 911 Targa 4 GTS from the front, the heritage is unmistakable. The rounded LED matrix headlights carry forward the classic 911 silhouette, but Porsche has given them a sharper, more futuristic detail this time. The bumper design is cleaner than previous generations, with larger air intakes that not only scream performance but are also fully functional for cooling. The front lip sits low, hugging the ground with that motorsport-inspired aggression, and the wide stance instantly communicates that this isn't just a Sunday cruise route, it's a machine engineered for speed and precision. From the front, it's the perfect blend of timeless Porsche DNA with modern refinement, and it's clear that this isn't a car trying too hard to look new. It's a car confident in its history, while still looking ready for tomorrow. Move to the side profile, and this is where the Targa magic really starts to shine. That iconic roll bar, finished in brushed aluminum or black depending on your spec, is the defining feature that separates a Targa from every other 911. The roof mechanism still feels like an event, watching that rear glass lift and the soft top fold away with a mechanical ballet that's uniquely Porsche. The proportions of the 2026 model are spot on. The muscular rear haunches flare out, giving the car an athletic look even when it's standing still. The 20-inch front and 21-inch rear wheels fill the arches perfectly, and the GTS trim adds those blacked-out details of the wheels, the badges, the trim that give it a more purposeful and aggressive character compared to a standard Carrera. The side mirrors, mounted on those aerodynamic arms, are sculpted not just for style but for reducing wind noise and drag. The side view is where the 911 Targa really makes a statement. It's not just another convertible. It's a design that balances open-air driving with coupe-like strength and style. From the rear, things get even more dramatic. The wide light bar stretches seamlessly across the back, giving the car that futuristic yet unmistakably Porsche signature. The active spoiler integrates beautifully into the design, rising automatically when needed for downforce. The quad exhaust outlets are finished in black for the to sit aggressively within the diffuser, and they don't just look good. They sound like rolling thunder when you open up the throttle. The rear glass wraps beautifully over the engine bay, a reminder that this is still a rear-engine sports car, a setup that almost no one else dares to do anymore. Porsche has managed to keep the rear looking clean, muscular, and modern, without falling into the trap of making it look like every other performance car on the market. It's elegant, it's aggressive, and it's pure 911. Interior. Step inside, and the cabin is every bit as special as the exterior suggests. The moment you open the door, you're greeted with a driver-focused cockpit that blends analog heritage with digital precision. The iconic 5-dial instrument cluster remains, but with modern screens replacing most of the physical gauges, except for that central tachometer is still gloriously analog, still screaming Porsche tradition. The steering wheel is thick, wrapped in Alcantara with contrast stitching in the GTS spec, and behind it you get those aluminum paddle shifters that feel crisp and tactile. The center console houses a sleek touchscreen that integrates Porsche's latest infotainment system, a snappy, intuitive, and thankfully still supported by a few physical buttons and switches for essentials. The seats in the GTS are sports seats plus, wrapped in a combination of leather and race tacks, hugging you firmly while still comfortable enough for longer drives. The driving position is perfection. You sit low, legs stretched out, hands perfectly aligned with the wheel. It's that sense of ergonomics that Porsche absolutely nails. Space in the back seats is, well, let's be real, it's more symbolic than practical. They'll hold a bag or a very small human, but that's about it. The materials, the stitching, the way every button clicks, it all screams premium without being flashy. Porsche never goes overboard with gimmicks, and the 2026 Targa 4 GTS continues that tradition of understated luxury with a focus on driving. But let's talk about the heart of this machinery, the performance. Under that sleek rear deck lies a 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged flat-six engine producing around 480 horsepower and 570 newton-meters of torque. It's paired with Porsche's brilliant 8-speed PDK dual-clutch transmission, and of course, the Targa 4 GTS comes standard with all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens in just 3.3 seconds, and the top speed is north of 190 miles per hour. The numbers are impressive, but what really sets this car apart is the way it delivers that performance. The power delivery is immediate. The engine note is rich and mechanical with just the right balance of turbo whoosh and exhaust bark, and the handling a broken bar, well, it's a 911. The steering is razor sharp, the grip is endless, and thanks to Porsche active suspension management and the optional rear axle steering, the car feels agile in the tightest of corners while remaining rock solid at high speed. It's not just about going fast, it's about the confidence and connection you feel while doing it. That's the magic Porsche has always delivered, and it's alive and well here. Now let's address the big question: what's the damage to your wallet? The 2026 Porsche 911 Targa 4 GTS starts at around $170,000 in the US. But let's be honest, nobody buys a Porsche and leaves it stock. Once you start ticking boxes, maybe you want the upgraded Burmester sound system, the carbon ceramic brakes, the lightweight package, you're quickly looking at well over $190,000, and if you go wild with options, $200,000 isn't out of the question. It's not cheap, but then again, Porsche isn't selling you cheap thrills. They're selling you heritage, engineering mastery, and an experience that's almost impossible to replicate elsewhere. Compared to rivals from Aston Martin or even Ferrari, the 911 Targa 4 GTS still feels like the car you'd actually want to live with day to day, while never compromising on excitement. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 Porsche 911 Targa 4 GTS is not just a car, it's a statement. It's Porsche showing the world that heritage and modernity can coexist without compromise. The exterior is a masterclass in timeless design, the interior is a driver's dream with just the right touch of luxury, and the performance is everything you expect from a Porsche: brutal when you want it, refined when you need it. It's not perfect, the back seats are still useless. The options list is absurdly expensive, and some will argue that it's too safe compared to wilder exotics. But here's the truth: the Targa 4 GTS is for people who want a car that's not just about speed, not just about looks, but about the whole experience. Top down, engine roaring, carving through mountain roads or cruising through the city, it makes every drive feel special. That's it for today's review on Car Flash. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the 2026 Porsche 911 Targa 4 GTS, make sure you smash that like button. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Would you take this over a coupe or cabriolet? And of course, subscribe if you haven't already, because we've got more honest, detailed reviews of the cars that actually matter coming your way. Until next time, drive safe, stay passionate, and never settle for boring cars. This is Car Flash, signing out.